Hi everyone, welcome to sketching. This is day 13 of my 5-minute sketching challenge. I hope you're having a great day. So yep, let's get started on this one. I'm drawing a garlic today. Got some good lighting on it. If you have a look at the image, it's got a lot of texture on it, a lot of differing colours, a lot of light colours. So naturally I decided to use a darker background by choosing the background layer and just changing it to a nice dark bluishy grey shade. So I'm using the acrylic brush from the acrylic artistic brushes palette on Procreate, and I'm just laying down some shapes of the garlic, of the actual cloves that are clustered together. And I find that this is a very, very useful way of kind of laying out the overall shape of the object that you're drawing, rather than having to just sketch an outline of it. This way you can kind of alter it as you go along. So I'm just adding in the bulbs, adding in the kind of stalk on the top, and just slowly using circular motions with a light touch, just kind of building up the image. And you can see even at this stage you can kind of tell that it's like a cluster of something. So the next stage is to just kind of add some more colour to the image. So I've just chosen like a purplish, pinkish shade, because in the image it's probably not that clear on the little thumbnail that I've got on the screen, but you've got quite a lot of pink there. So I'm using a bit of a pink shade, and on the left hand side we've got like a tint of yellow coming in from the kind of the light source. So just adding in the yellow with the same brush to kind of just build up the layers. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I'm not going in too heavy, because I want to see a bit of the colour underneath the layers, if you like, a bit of opacity so that you can kind of see the detail. And all I'm doing now is with the normal 6B pencil, using the yellowish kind of tint colour that I used before to just outline some of the edge details of the drawing. And now I've just decided to change to grey to kind of bring out the darker edges, because there's a lot of texture, a lot of lines on like a skin, or the outer kind of casing of a cluster of garlic cloves. It is quite a good subject to kind of draw, fruit, because you get a lot of fruit and veg. You get a lot of different textures that you can kind of bring into your design, and it just helps you kind of develop your skill and develop kind of different types of strokes that you use. And so again, all I'm doing is just adding, using the same pencil, some pink lines to kind of emulate the pink patches on the outer skin. And it worked really well. I mean, I was quite pleased with this one. There is always something about a dark background using light on top. It kind of makes the image pop, and I do really like that effect. So again, all I'm doing now is with a kind of more brownish orangey shade, I'm just adding in some kind of like mid-tone marks on the left hand side to kind of really exaggerate the the colour coming in from the reflection of the light. And then now I'm going in a little bit more darker near enough the stalk and where the bulbs are kind of coming down, to kind of use the same flow of lines. So if you notice, I'm kind of drawing the lines in the shape of the bulbs, and that kind of gives an idea of more form. So if I just kind of drew straight robotic lines, it wouldn't kind of make the drawing pop out. It's always a good idea to kind of follow the shape of your object with the kind of curvature lines that you're doing. I didn't do too much cross-hatching in this one. I usually do a lot of cross-hatching, but I just didn't see it necessary. So what I did was I used the tilt function on the Apple Pencil with the darker shade, using the 6B pencil to kind of just darken up some of the shadows that were on the individual bulbs. And now again, just kind of bringing in a bit more detail on the lines. But yeah, generally I was quite happy with this one. I would definitely give this a go if you haven't already started the 5-minute sketch challenge. I mean, currently what I'm also working on is quite a nice sketchy landscape scene. I'm doing a bit every day, so probably about 10-15 minutes every day on it, and it's just kind kind of developing, and I just want to kind of bring as many details in that drawing as I can, and I will be uploading that soon. I think it's nearly coming to an end. I probably spent maybe 2 hours in total on it in the last 2 weeks. I mean, I think this drawing took me around about 20 minutes to complete. Again, it's not a complete drawing because it's just a sketch, isn't it? Because that's the best way to kind of practice. If you just sketch your ideas out, get the colour laid down, look at an object, you're kind of training your mind, your brain, and your hand muscle memory to kind of like, really get ready for your bigger projects. So all I did now was I just added some highlight lines with the lighter colour, using the same pencil, and all I did now was just add the shadow on the table, drop shadow using the standard airbrush, the soft airbrush, which worked really well. It looks really good on a darker background. Putting a dark shadow on really makes the object pop out. So all I'm doing now here is I'm just kind of like exaggerating some of the darker areas that kind of cast shadows on the actual bulb itself, or on the garlic bulbs, and now I'm kind of putting in some highlight with the same brush, with the airbrush, on the garlic bulbs to kind of really make each bulb stick out in kind of like a 3-dimension space. So I was quite pleased with this one. It was a nice quick little sketch, not too much detail, but I think the overall effect of it was really good. So I would really try this out. Use like the airbrush in Procreate if you've got Procreate, or even if you're just sketching by hand, just definitely give it a go. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and please give the video a thumbs up, and please also subscribe to the channel for more content, and do look out for my kind of long feature length video on my landscape that I've been doing for the last couple of days. I will be posting that out soon. So yeah, thanks so much for your time and help. I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourself, and peace.